Yeah, I know. My hair is still kind of wet. Don't judge me. I just got done watching it. I do that. Either that or I just got back from a really cool secret submarine spy mission that you don't know about. You don't know that that's not true. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I cover nostalgic, obscure, otherwise strange content. Welcome back to another episode of Avery was getting ready for bed and had the sudden inspiration to film a video and didn't even know what she wanted to film about. So now we're here with somehow even less preparation than normal. I do think I've narrowed in on what I want to talk about, though. I think I want to talk about a Beyond Belief episode. This would be the 10th Beyond Belief video. We love Beyond Belief here. Beyond Belief is great. Now the question is, which episode? A lot of you guys have requested a lot of really great episodes. And I always struggle to pick because everybody has great suggestions. Hang on, I'm going to my playlist and I'm looking through some of your guys' suggestions. Leave me a suggestion for the next Beyond Belief episode I should cover. For the next time, it's 2 in the morning and I should be sleeping, but I'm not.
3:28 a.m.
Aha! I found one. I found a request. Liza N. I'm finally getting to this request that you left 7 months ago. I'm so sorry. You said Season 3, Episode 8, particularly the segment The Wailing, which you describe as featuring a generic ghost girl. That's what we're gonna watch. Let me pull up that episode. As usual, we're gonna cover all 5 of the short stories. We're gonna try to guess which ones are real and which ones are fake. Who's to really say? It's a crapshoot every time. There's a possibility that I'll get to more people's requests by accident because all of these stories are just all kind of lumped together randomly in episodes. And of course, like I said, this is our 10th Beyond Belief video, so if you don't see a story that you remember or want to see here, check out the playlists. There's 9 other videos. Or request it. If you watch through all of those and you can't find it, send me a request. I'll get to it, probably before 7 months, hopefully.
The world of illusion and reality are often difficult to separate.
Hi, Jonathan.
This frame contains a 3-dimensional sculpture of the face of Albert Einstein.
Oh, I love trying to figure out where he's going with the props before he gets there.
By moving the frame, the sculpture moves too.
Okay. It looks like a very terrified Einstein.
We see both the left and right sides of Einstein's face.
Oh, wait, I see it. It looks like it's inside out now. Is that it?
There is no sculpture on this side. In fact, the space where the face appears is concave.
It looked at first like it was like an impression, like somebody had like smushed Einstein's face down in cement, like he was being bullied. And then I thought the twist was gonna be that like, oh, but look, if you look at it for long enough, it actually looks like his face was protruding out. Okay. It's just an inside out Albert Einstein face.
Comic books are serious business these days.
Comic books? I don't know what you're talking about. I have never seen one of those.
Where once cartoons seemed to be centered around characters like a clever mouse or a sassy bunny.
Bless Jonathan Frakes. These writers are just leaving him out here to dry. They're just like giving him lines like, did you know that cartoons can be not Bugs Bunny?
They're now more about terrorizing the reader into being a frightened mouse or reduced to a scared rabbit.
Did you know that comics can be more than just the funnies in the newspaper? Like, they always make him sound, like, so out of touch. And it's adorable.
Our story is about a cartoonist who once had the ability to draw terror in every panel. But lately, he's lost his touch.
Okay, so we have a frustrated comic book illustrator.
But respect is the last thing he's now getting from his publisher.
Every artist watching this is just getting, like,
Izzy, this is garbage!
a flashback right now. I know I am.
I'm just trying to deliver something scary like you asked me to.
Having your work critiqued, worst thing ever. If Satan exists and he's truly evil, I think when you get down to hell, he just sits behind a desk and just, like, talks to you like Simon Cowell used to talk to those poor people on American Idol.
Yes, you have personality, but dogs have personality.
I just think it could really score for you.
For a guy who's known for making, like, the scariest shit ever, this guy looks so scared.
Hey, I can't even show my face at a comic book convention anymore, man. They're laughing at me.
Why would the publisher guy be going to the conventions? This almost made me feel like he was, like, the person that everybody thought was writing it, and then this guy's the ghostwriter. What if he's a ghost writer? That'd be a fun short. I've got to contact my co-writer.
You used to be good.
Ouch.
Maybe if you just gave me a little more direction.
This guy looks so familiar. Who is this guy? Hang on. Oh my god, it's Steve Valentine! Do you guys know Steve Valentine? He was on an episode of Monk playing an evil magician, and then he was also in the Wizards of Waverly Place movie playing an evil magician?
You know where it is. Yes.
Guy gets typecast a lot, but I love him. He's super underrated. He was also the boogeyman, wasn't he? In Don't Look Under the Bed. Icon.
I want you to scare me, that's all. Don't you understand? Scare me!
Wow, yeah, berating your artists is definitely how you get good work out of them.
It was easier to collapse than to try to sleep with a guilty conscience.
So in the middle of the night, the publisher dude gets a knock on the door, and it's the police telling him that his star writer has committed self-deletion.
He had broken his spirit and taken away his will to live.
This escalated so quickly. Oh my god.
But he wasn't about to admit it.
Izzy.
So he bullied this man up until the end, shall we say, and then he's like mad at him for dying?
We pulled him out of the bay a few hours ago.
We were good friends, you know?
You were not friends.
Oh, man.
Oh my god, he really is a ghostwriter now.
What's this?
This is such a dark I mean, a lot of them are dark, but this is like specifically dark, you know?
The envelope was addressed to Kip from Izzy.
Alright, so the guy finds an envelope of illustrations of him being an asshole that Izzy left him before everything else.
Izzy.
I'm sorry I didn't hear this.
So this guy has basically written his goodbye note in illustrations. This is gonna have to have a trigger warning. But the guy starts to realize that some of the illustrations have happened after he died, so that's unsettling. I just got shivers for some reason. I don't know why.
How did you know I went to the morgue, Izzy?
What do you think, Kip?
Oh my god!
Are you scared yet, Kip?
You're scaring me.
Am I scaring you now, Kip?
You're scaring me. Stop scaring me.
Did I have to die to scare you, Kip? Are you scared, Kip?
Steve Valentine is so good. With that Tim Curry-esque energy, which is the highest compliment I think I could give a person.
Kip Sherman was pronounced dead from a heart attack. He suffered while reviewing drawings for a new comic book. All they found were Kip's body, the drawings, and some seaweed from the San Francisco Bay.
He really was a ghostwriter.
But did he somehow fake his own death to terrorize his boss? Perhaps the police officers were paid to lie.
It's too late at night. You're hitting me with too many variables.
Is this story a sketchy diagram of lies? Or is it drawn from the truth?
I'm drawing a blank.
Next, a pickpocket encounters the strangest crime of his life.
Now this is a fake soda can in which you can hide your valuables.
Did anybody use that fake soda can? Did anybody use that? I'm having a flashback of walking into a Spencer's and seeing a flask that's disguised as a tampon, and it's just like, why? Why would you do this? We both know you can't fit that much alcohol in a tampon.
In fact, the crime of pickpocketing was once a capital offense in England.
Well, that seems excessive. Don't pickpocket, but still.
I've been a pickpocket for most of my life.
Alright, so we got a story about a pickpocket.
My Uncle Willie was a grifter, and he taught me all the tricks of the trade when I was just 10 years old.
I remember I used to really be into white collar in middle school, and because of that show, I taught myself how to, the episode where Matt Bulmer teaches his partner how to, like, lift somebody's wallet up with two fingers like this and not use your thumb, and then the other one where he, like, turns the signature upside down to, like, forge it. That show was teaching us all kinds of things that it shouldn't have been.
I had to be careful. I had 2 prior convictions, and another one would send me up for life.
Alright, so this guy's pickpocketing people. This guy sucks.
Who won the lottery?
This guy walks in and says that he won the lottery, and this guy just, like, has an anime close-up where he looks over his shoulder and is like, $4 million, where?
Everyone knew the mark was a big bag of air, but I wasn't so sure. Besides, this was too easy.
So he pickpockets the ticket. Don't tell people if you win the lottery.
Could we go someplace tropical?
As long as you don't go to that shitty knockoff Sandals Beach resort from that Nancy Drew game Ransom of the Seven Ships. You'd have to have been on the live stream to know how truly terrible that was. No! Oh god, no. No! How? I was right there! Some of you will appreciate that. Also, the actual Sandals Beach Resort, probably not ideal, but that's just my opinion, based off of their wholeheartedly boring commercials.
Me and Penny celebrated well into the night.
Okay, I get it.
My Uncle Willie taught me a long time ago that you can't be too careful, and you shouldn't trust anybody.
He's like, I don't even trust my girlfriend. That's how slick I am.
What's wrong, Louie?
It's not here.
And then the next day he's like, oh no, I lost the ticket that I worked so hard to steal.
You didn't take it, did you?
Shut up, Louie. I didn't steal it.
Damn. It's almost like you can't make an honest thievery around here.
I had to go back to work. Just like always.
Easy, take it easy.
We're police officers and you're under arrest for pickpocketing.
Ooh, you pickpocketed the wrong dude.
Mr. Daly.
Yeah.
Is this your ticket?
They find the lottery ticket and somehow they immediately know that that one lottery ticket is that other guy's. They don't even think for a second that it could be his lottery ticket.
How did that get in there? I lost that. I mean, I never had it. I mean, that ain't mine. Look, this is a setup.
Well, I mean, I definitely never would have had it. I definitely didn't have it, but if I had had it, I would have lost it. Because that's the kind of person that I am.
As for me, this was my third strike, and I'm now serving 25 years to life in Folsom Prison.
It's kind of got a chipper attitude narrating this, considering the circumstances.
Could a sharp-eyed guy like Louie possibly have overlooked it on every occasion?
Maybe.
Maybe he was set up by his girlfriend.
Maybe he was.
Perhaps Louie was a victim of fate.
Who's to say?
Or have we switched the truth for a pocket full of lies?
Pocket full of lies. I feel like they could have come up with a better one than that. You could have said you were picking my brain, or that you lifted the truth. You could have said fact or fiction was a case of stolen identity. There you go.
Next, a mystery writer finds real-life terror.
For many people, one of the true joys of life is to settle down with a good mystery novel.
Yeah, those Murder, She Wrote novels? Weirdly better than expected.
Frank Young is a mystery writer who tries hard to lead a normal life.
Alright, we've gotten to the Wailing. Here it is.
My wife Brenda and I haven't been getting much sleep lately. It's been the same thing every night, ever since we moved into this new house.
Oh my god, I'd sell whatever's left of my soul to live in that house.
Built in the 1920s by a notorious gangster and bootlegger who was shot to death in the living room.
So they think the house is haunted and they're like, oh my god, we shouldn't have moved into this perfect house.
I just know what it sounded like to me.
Right, like a little girl crying out for help.
We don't like to share with dead people, which is kind of selfish of them, honestly.
6 cups of coffee later and I'm ready to work.
6 cups of coffee, are you okay? Is anybody okay?
The only problem is, I can't get that noise we keep hearing out of my mind.
So this guy's a writer. He works from his apparently haunted home.
Just when we doze off, it starts up again. Almost like it knows when we fall asleep.
And he's convinced that the ghosts are not just haunting them, but waiting until they're ready to fall asleep and then be like, ha ha ha, you thought you were gonna sleep. You're not. Like a youth pastor at a 48-hour lock-in. I don't like that.
That's not the wind, and I'm not crazy.
Nope.
Who's there?
Nope, get away from the bookshelf. Just get away from the bookshelf. I'm so stressed. This guy's like, yes! I hear children laughing from behind my walls. Let's investigate.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Come on out of there.
I can't. They'll shoot me.
It's a little ghost girl. It looks like one half of the Shining twins. Not really, but you know, the dress.
Nobody's gonna shoot you.
And they're stuck.
He'd never go anywhere without telling me or leaving me a note.
We get a lot of these calls, Mrs. Young. They usually end up okay.
Oh my god, they got so stuck that they think he's missing? I mean, he is missing, but like, they think he left? How thick are those walls, man?
I paged him 3 times and he didn't answer.
The wife doesn't come back home and be like, wow, the ghost wailing sounds like my husband now, and I can't find him anywhere.
I think he might have been kidnapped.
He was kidnapped by a little ghost girl.
There. That.
There it is. I knew she'd figure it out.
Frank!
Frank!
Oh my god!
Is Frank dead?
I couldn't breathe in there.
Poor Frank. He's been through an experience.
There's a little girl in there. Everyone thinks I was hallucinating, but I know I was talking to the ghost of Leslie Fitz.
Oh my fucking god, she fucking dead.
Oh my god, what?
Mo Fitz's 12-year-old daughter. She disappeared the night of Mo's murder and was never found.
Oh my god!
Until now.
What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I have unlocked a new trauma now, and that is my commentary.
Was Frank really rescued by the cries of a long-dead spirit?
Does it matter? He was in there with a skeleton corpse.
Or was the wailing sound that saved his life just the wind blowing through the cracks of an old drafty house?
Those would be questions I'd be asking, but honestly, I don't know if it's the top of the list priority.
Next, a landlady is frightened by an invisible presence.
Sometimes there's nothing more chilling than sounds in the night. The producers of radio drama understood this well.
Ooh, Foley! I love doing Foley. When we make our films, Foley is like one of my favorite things to do. It's like weirdly satisfying. The very first short we ever made, like the first, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute. Like the whole opening sequence was just Foley, and I was proud of it. And if I watched it back now, maybe I'd be like less proud of it, but I remember being very proud of being able to like reconstruct all of that sound.
Violent rainstorm.
Wait, what is this story about?
Watch closely, because the footsteps of terror are lurking around the corner.
Oh, I just wanted to tell a quirky anecdote, and now I'm gonna have more nightmares? That's not fair.
Oh, hello, baby. You wanna watch TV with mommy?
This lady lives with her little dog and rents out her spare room. Oh no, it's an intruder.
I saw it too.
Poor lady.
One good shot to the head that'll fix his little red wagon.
Oh shit, she doesn't need my sympathy. She needs a hype man.
I'm armed!
She doesn't give a fuck. I may or may not also sleep with a bat next to my bed. As if that's a valid plan for an intruder, but it's the best I got.
Who's doing that?
Run back inside with the dog. Don't take the little dog with you if you think you're about to have like a life or death confrontation. What are you trying to use the dog as some kind of shield? Just like, well, if mommy gets murdered, then you're coming with me. That's so dark. I
can't give you a description because I didn't see anybody.
Just leave the dog. Let the dog be in the safety of inside.
Mrs. Collins, this is the third time this week I've responded to your call.
Why are there so many cops? Did they just have like an excess of like the uniforms and they reverse engineered? There's so many cops in this one particular episode.
So what are you saying? I'm nuts?
No, I'm not saying that.
He's thinking it though.
What are you gonna write down in your report when I'm murdered?
Guilt trip. I'm convinced that once people reach the age of like 55 and over, every year after that, their ability to guilt trip just gets better and better and better. Old people know exactly how to make you feel horrible.
Officer!
Who are you?
I know who the prowler was.
Woman just like appears out of the shrubbery and it's just like, I have the answer to your riddle. It's like, what?
He was a tenant of hers, Mrs. Collins, until she kicked him out.
So Shrubbery Lady explains that the other lady, Baseball Bat Lady, is a mean landlady.
So how could he be the prowler if he's dead?
And she evicted this sweet man and then he died 2 weeks later, and now she says that his ghost is haunting her. I wonder where this is going.
You brought all this on yourself and you know it. Evil begets evil.
Damn, you gotta be metal to call somebody out and then call them evil to their face. Damn.
Ladies,
no, that's enough. Up.
Good job, officer. You are maintaining the law.
I want you both to go back to your houses and cool off.
It's like, you better go back to your house and behave, ladies. Oh, it's a dark and stormy night. The dog is barking. I wonder if that baseball bat will work against a ghost.
Don't worry, it's only the thunder.
Is this a ghost theme episode? Are they all ghosts? Well, no, there was a lottery ticket. Maybe it was a ghost lottery ticket, though.
I got you this time, whoever you are.
She's gonna die.
You don't know who you're dealing with, Buster.
I should not have watched this right before I went to bed. Nope.
This can't be.
Look at those special effects. I love practical effects. I'm such a nerd about them.
It can't be.
Oh, I like how they're just using the same footage over and over. I didn't mean that as a pun, but there you go. But like, you can see that they keep walking by the same bush over and over and over again.
Leave me alone.
Well, that lady died.
Mrs. Geraldine Collins barely survived her night of terror.
Oh, she didn't die?
She moved out of the house the following day.
So the ghost was just trying to scare her straight? Or is the ghost just like a bad ghost assassin? Ghost Assassin would be a great name for a band.
The only problem is the boot prints moved with her.
Oh, it's a ghost stalker. So everywhere she goes for the rest of her life, the ghost is just gonna stalk her with those little footprints. That sucks.
Is the story we've just seen based on fact, or have we just handed the truth another eviction notice?
Eviction of the truth is my new favorite way to call out a lie. The next time somebody lies to you, just look them right in the eyes and be like, you have evicted the truth. And just see what they do. They'll be so shaken.
Next, a teenage girl joins a witch's coven.
It seems that more and more people are becoming fascinated with the occult.
Coven! Yes! Can't be as great as that granny coven, but covens are always pretty cool.
Witchcraft, especially among teenagers, appears to have a peculiar fascination.
Oh, you know those teenagers and their loud stereos and witchcraft.
Their books, movies, and television shows often deal with the subject.
Did Jonathan Frakes just predict witch talk?
Teenager Edie Jameson has become a victim of witchcraft's evil seductions.
My parents were frightened by my strange behavior and demanded that I see a psychologist.
Okay, so we've got a girl who's just kinda goth.
I don't need any help. I'm not sick. I'm a witch.
I love when shows that are obviously written by middle-aged people have to create what in their minds constitutes a goth.
Why can't my parents just live with that?
Look at this girl. This girl's more clean-cut than I am most days.
Do you know they're afraid of me?
She could go to church dressed like this. I look like that girl's older, scarier, bad influence of a sister most days.
You're trying to change me back into some sweet little innocent girl. I was never that.
Hell yeah. Girl doesn't need help. She's a vibe.
I was born a witch.
Well, technically, I don't think you're born... Well, I think it's more of a belief system, but I'm not an expert.
Nobody understands. Only other witches.
Just go find some more witches.
What if I put a curse on you? I can do that, you know. Go ahead.
Whoop, that was a bad move. Even if you don't believe in that kind of stuff, always hedge your bets. Never tempt fate like that.
You'll see me in your nightmares. And everything in your life will go wrong.
Witches be crazy, you know?
I'm not afraid of you, Edie.
She looks afraid. She kind of looks like she wants to cry a little bit.
The next time I saw Dr. John, I almost didn't recognize her.
Oh no, the poor doctor. Her hair is down now.
My fiancé left me. My house had a fire in it. My office was robbed. And your face has been in my dreams every night for the past week.
All this happened in a week? Is that what you just said?
I'm joining a coven. Once I'm a member, I'll be all over for you.
I love that the writers clearly did no research on covens or witches or anything. Always funny.
The night I joined the coven was the most exciting and frightening night of my life.
If we've got any witches that want to share in the comments, I want to know how off they are at depictions of covens.
I had never experienced such a combination of fear and ecstasy before.
Maybe this was your coven experience. I don't know. I've never been in a coven. I'm way too introverted and awkward for that, you know?
Rise before the high priestess.
I wonder if they're actually chanting anything that means anything. The coven's got some sweet budget for smoke machines. Good for them.
Dr. John?
Oh my god, plot twist of the century.
It was all a trick, Edie, to get you to join this coven. You're now a witch, but a good one.
Wait, that's not how covens work.
Just like all of us.
You can't be like catfished into becoming Glinda the Good Witch.
This coven is devoted to kindness and beauty.
No! I don't want that!
Oh god, she's such a mood. As if goths and witches are all out here like, I hate kindness. Most goths I know, including myself, because I guess I am one now, we're all like the squishiest, most sensitive people you know under all of the eyeliner and fishnets.
I lost the hatred in my heart and became the happy, caring person I was always meant to be.
She joined a Coven cult.
The doctor in our story claims that she has pioneered a unique new treatment to deprogram misguided teenagers from witchcraft.
Wait, but she wasn't deprogramming them to witchcraft. Witchcraft isn't inherently... She was just...
She tricks them into taking vows for good, not evil.
I'm so confused. I think the writers were very confused.
Could this story possibly be true, or is it an example of our writers applying their craft?
You could have said, did we get crafty with the truth? I could write these for you. They're doing the reboot. I know it's in German, but if you ever need, like, English one-liners, I can do that. Sorry, I don't speak German.
Next, you'll find out which of our stories are fact and which are fiction.
Alright guys, that's our 5 stories for the night. Let's guess. Ready? My brain is so fried, I'm not gonna get any of these right.
Now let's look back at the story of the cartoonist who haunted his publisher and scared him to death.
I think this one's true, just because it's so...
We based this story on an actual occurrence that took place in the late 60s on the West Coast.
Yep, it was, they had put too much, they invested too much money into, like, the set design and the makeup. Ooh, it creeps me out just looking at it. It's so cool. God help me, I'm getting into the mind of these writers.
How about the story of the pickpocket who lifted a lottery ticket?
False, they didn't care about this one. This one was so boring.
According to our research, this one happened to a pickpocket in New Jersey. It's fact.
Aw, man. You could have researched more and made it more interesting, writers.
What did you think about the story of the mystery writer who became a part of a real-life mystery?
I think it's true.
Research tells us that a similar story happened in the Midwest in the early 80s.
Yeah, they cared too much about that one, too. Oh, God. That prop, I don't even know if I can show that to you guys. Jesus, that's terrifying.
What about the tale of the footprints that haunted the unfeeling landlady?
Okay, false. We haven't gotten one single false one yet.
We were tracking lies through the mud. It's false.
Tracking lies through the mud. There you go. That's a good one.
What was your opinion of the teenaged girl who was tricked into dropping her evil ways?
False. False. This one's too confusing.
Our research tells us it happened in New England around the late 70s. It's fact.
What? They did 4 facts and just 1 wow. All right, I got 3 right. That's something. I would love to see some sources cited, Jonathan.
What is it that separates fact from fiction?
Apparently the writer's ever-changing whims.
I'm Jonathan Frakes.
The stories entitled Louie the Dip, The Wailing, and Curse are true based upon research conducted by author Robert Tralins.
But wait a minute. He just said those 3 were true, but wasn't the first one also true? Oh, so that one's true. They just did less research on it, I guess. All right, that's another episode of Beyond Belief Fact or Fiction. That one was scary. That one genuinely scared me more. I don't know if it's just because it's so late right now, or if I'm just melting. If my brain has just been broken by so many episodes. But that one was scarier than usual. Why was that one so scary? They didn't have to go that hard. All right, 10 episodes down, 50 stories down. Let me know what stories we still need to cover. I'm thinking of, now that I've recorded this, I'm thinking about a couple more requests that I remember. I don't know which episodes they're from, but I do know that some of you have been sending me some of your favorite stories lately, so I will get to those soon. If you've been following the channel for the past few months, I've been trying to do these Beyond Beliefs more often, because I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to cover the newer ones, the ones from Germany, but I at least want to cover the original 45 episodes. And we are almost a quarter there. This is easily the most of one show we've ever covered on this channel. No other show has gotten videos in the double digits, I don't think. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing. Everything you do to support this channel means the world to me. If you're new here and you're a fan of nonsense, maybe consider sticking around because I post nonsense all the time. And remember, my name is Avery. I'm a YouTuber if you say so, because thanks to you guys, this is technically a YouTube channel. I am not going to sleep tonight. I am too scared. I'm gonna stay awake and listen to Bob Ross and think about some happy little trees.